Hi, readers. We're going to go ahead and read chapter 7 of each Tiny Spark. So we saw in our last chapter, chapter 6, Amelia and her dad are finally reunited, but we noticed the mood is a little bit awkward. So let's see how their relationship develops now that they're home together for the first time in almost a year. The next day after school, Gus and I decided to go straight to my backyard to sit on the hill overlooking the town. Trees cover the far side of Maryville, and in the distance, I can see the train tracks. Everything seems so quiet and ordinary from here, I tell him. See, but that's the thing about places like this. You can uncover secrets. I bet there are mythological creatures hiding in the woods over there, lurking just outside the town. Gus points his camera at me. Is Amelia Torres, explorer extraordinaire, going to uncover the mysteries of Maryville woods before it's too late? Why do I have to be the explorer? Because I'm the filmmaker and you're the star. Can't you be the star and the filmmaker? And besides, isn't it supposed to be a tourism guide of Maryville? Shock sells. Tourists would flock here like a bunch of birds after seeing my video about creepy creatures dwelling in the woods. Gus drops his camera and points at my fingers. I like that color, he says. I stretch out my hand to look at my nails. Baby blue, I say. I wanted to add sparkles, but Abuela didn't let me. She's very traditional, he says. And controlling. I just wish she'd back off with her traditional stuff once in a while. When does your mom get back? Not soon enough. Below the hill, just in the back lot of the auto shop, I see my dad. Can I use your camera, Gus? Sure. He removes the strap from his shoulder and hands it to me. Use the strap, he says, so it doesn't fall. You got it. I sling the strap over my shoulder and look through the eyepiece. See something? It's my dad, I say. If you flip out the screen, you can zoom in, Gus says, pointing to the side of his camera. I thought you said that zaps the battery faster. Well, see, it does, but you'll get to see what he's doing better with the zoom. I open the little screen and can see my dad in the tiny frame. The zoom is here, right? See, Gus says, pointing to the top of the camera where my hand is. Ahí mismo. I use my index finger to zoom in. He's using the welder. The camera shakes a little, so I use my other hand to steady it. My dad is working on a car. He takes a piece of sheet metal, places it on the workbench next to him, and measures the driver's side door frame. He grabs a smaller sheet and marks it with a black Sharpie. He puts on gloves, turns the knob on the welder and aims, then slides the shade down in his helmet so it covers his face. He positions the welding gun over his left hand like he's holding a pool stick and carefully pulls the trigger. It's like we're spies, Gus whispers. Like your father's a scientist forced to work on a secret space station designed to destroy planets. Isn't that a Star Wars story? Possibly. Do you think J.J. Abrams will hire us to direct one? One what? I reply while still focused on my dad. Brilliant blue sparks shoot up into the sky like they're trying to jump over the fence. The sound of metal crackling tickles my heart. It doesn't bother me like other loud noises. There is unity in the crack, crack, crack of the welding gun fusing metal. I know these sounds. I've grown up with them. They remind me of home. My dad releases the gun and moves to another spot. To direct a Star Wars movie, Gus says, you could direct one and I could direct another. And they could link up somehow, but you won't find out until after the title credits. I don't know, I say, maybe. Look how the sparks fly around whenever he squeezes the trigger on the welding gun. It's like they're dancing. My tita dances like that, Gus says. She's 80, but moves like she's got firecrackers in her pantalones. Pop, pop, pop echoes throughout the back lot. Dad moves the welding gun in circular motions, connecting the smaller piece of sheet metal to the larger one. When he's done, he takes off his helmet and walks to the newly connected pieces of the door frame. It doesn't seem to fit the right way. Poppy rubs the top of his head and shakes it in frustration. He digs around like he's trying to find something, then turns back to the welder and shuts it off. He leaves his helmet and gloves on the workbench and checks his phone. I wonder what he's working on back there all alone. I pan the camera to the front hood of the car. I zoom in even more on the shiny emblem, a snake with letters and numbers around it. What kind of car is that? No sé, Gus says. Just then, Abuela steps through the gates. I zoom out. She marches up the hill, taking long strides. I think this is the end of our spy film, Gus says. I move the camera up and down in agreement. Abuela stands a few inches from us and then waits until we acknowledge her. I have an idea, mija, she says, planting her foot like a squished bug into the dirt. Let's take your father out to dinner to celebrate his return. So I want you to imagine Amelia zooming in to see her father, and her father doesn't know that she's watching him. Why do you think Amelia wants to watch what her father is doing? Stop and jot your thoughts. Go.